based in the Midlands. What else do you want to know?
That's it.
Well, I do that.
That's all. Hi, I'm that pizza guy Kyle, and today we're having a chat with our brand partner, Virtue Pizza. So, what's your name and where do you come from?
So I'm Gareth Dixon from Virtue Pizza, based in Warwickshire. Very glad to be here with Carl, my friend.
Thank
That
you.
pizza guy.
Thank you very much. So, tell me how Virtue Pizza started and originated. I'll tell the guys.
Interesting question. So we started with sourdough before we started with pizza.
Oh, very interesting.
So it was one of those COVID things,
Yeah.
as many things are. And I started making my own sourdough bread at home. Found that my gluten-intolerant wife could actually enjoy sourdough bread.
I didn't know that's how you started.
Did you not?
No.
Ah,
See, I'm learning stuff myself.
yeah. So this is the story. So it's kind of quite a personal one because that's how we
Yeah.
started. As I said, we didn't eat much bread, pizza in the household because of that reason. Wife's gluten intolerant, and I'm to a certain extent as well. And then, yeah, the whole sourdough thing became more than just a bit of fun in lockdown and something to do. And that progressed on to sourdough pizza. Built my own pizza oven in the backyard in lockdown 2 or 3, whichever one it was.
So you built a pizza oven.
Yeah.
What kind? Was it like a brick thing? You make it out.
Yeah.
Make the kit yourself, or do you buy kit?
No, so I bought a kit.
Yeah.
Made a brick pizza in the backyard. And then so the sourdough and the pizza thing kind of came together. And yeah, we launched it as a little bit of a hobby, quite frankly.
So you're still making sourdough now?
I still make sourdough.
Ah, I didn't know that. I need to try sourdough bread.
Anytime. Very welcome.
I probably need lessons from you because sourdough is where I completely lack. Every time I make a sourdough, I kill it in like no time at all.
You can't kill a sourdough, genuinely.
I know you can't.
Well, you have to try very hard.
Yeah. I know you can't because you can always bring it back to life. But mine just never looks like it's alive to start with. So that's the problem I have.
Oh dear. All good. Yeah, so we started off by selling sourdough dough balls.
Okay.
And immediately we began to get traction, began to get interest from caterers. The whole food truck scene was exploding back then, coming out of the COVID scenario. Consumers' expectations were higher, I believe. There was real struggle with shortages of labour, shortages of manpower, shortages of ingredients, shortages of everything.
Yeah.
And we kind of played into that niche and began to build on that.
So was you making the dough balls yourself?
Originally, yes.
Yes, yeah.
And then latterly we subcontracted it out.
Yeah.
Then we were invested in by our parent, which is now our parent company, Blackdown Growers. So they've been farming Warwickshire since 1969. Baby leaf salads, herbs, etc.
Nice.
They've got a great operation there, and so we've kind of bolted them to the side of those guys, and it allowed us to grow and develop further.
Go.
Yeah.
Perfect. So we're going to make some of the products that you have.
Yep.
We're going to make a few different things. It's a bad thing that I'm on a diet, but we're going to go with that anyway. So what makes your product unique?
So from the early days, we progressed significantly.
Yeah.
And the range that we're showing here to now is our Pinsa Romana range of par-cooked products, based around the ancient Roman Pinsa style dough.
Yeah.
So it's a very light Italian sourdough. It's very digestible, lower gluten content. So it's a healthier pizza.
Gluten friendly.
Gluten friendly, gut friendly. It's not gluten free.
No.
But it's significantly more digestible.
It's more tolerant.
Yes, and without the cardboard effect that you get with full gluten free.
Yeah. Well, gluten free is difficult.
Yeah. So it's a premium product.
Yeah.
But it's ultimate in simplicity.
Yeah.
So we're not just selling a pizza base. We're selling reliability. We're selling consistency. We're providing, confidence.
Yeah.
Especially locations that aren't pizza specialists.
Yeah.
So places like hotels, hospitality, catering, where they need a high-end pizza type product on the menu, flatbread on the menu, but they don't have the time or the resource or the skill set to actually create it themselves.
So from what I know, if we want to get cracking, let's get cracking.
Yeah, let's do it.
So from what I know, what I would say is I know you've got a premium product because the difficulty in making this product is quite difficult if you're doing it from fresh. So what you're giving people is the ability to have that premium sort of feel without having the hard work that goes into it.
The other significant difference about this dough is it's extremely high hydration.
Yeah.
So 80% hydration,
Yeah.
almost impossible to create commercially.
Commercially, no.
Very, very difficult to make. So this is unique in that it's an extremely high quality hydration dough.
Yeah.
Par baked and made super simple.
Made super simple for people just to finish at the other end.
Precisely.
So did you talk about the blend of flours?
Not significantly, no. Yeah, so we can touch on that. So the flour blend is also a point of difference. So it doesn't just use wheat, also uses soy and rice flour. Combination of that with the high hydration results in a Romana style dough, but with an incredibly crisp exterior. Yeah.
So you can see that it's lifted. When you finish it, it goes really crispy, so it doesn't feel heavy.
Yeah. Very soft, pillowy inside, very crispy on the outside. So we're going to pop this in for a couple of minutes, just like that.
Cool. We'll go with
Pinsa kind.
Not a problem.
So this is our oval shape. That's the classic Pinsa shape that Italians.
The original product.
Yeah, the original.
So this is the OG. We've got the tomato-based one in already.
Yep.
We're going to do something different with this one.
Yeah, we are. So we're going to do a nice Bianco white-based pizza with shallots, mushrooms, and a little bit of chorizo crumbs.
Perfect.
Nice.
I'll go with that one as well.
Yeah.
What I would mention, so this is the original, and this is how I noticed you originally.
Yeah.
Sounds funny because I'm saying original about a million times. But what was so eye-catching is, even though it's a commercial product, first and foremost it was originally anyway.
Yep.
It has a very retail, high-end finish. How did you come up with the branding?
Honestly, it kind of just came out of one's head.
Yeah.
So I wanted it to feel premium. I wanted it to feel chefy.
Yep.
But I also wanted it to play into high-end retail.
Yep.
Because the whole eating at home thing is quite significant. It has become more so in the last year or so with the cost of living issue.
Yep.
Fake aways, or whatever you like to call it,
Yeah,
creating the restaurant experience at home. And so that plays into that too. So, yeah.
It's really, really good. And it says at the front of it, you've got a great taste award in 2023.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Was that on just the oval at the time, or was it for across the range?
Yeah, it was just that one. That was just the only one that we sent in for the testing. But it's identical dough across the whole of the range. So, yeah.
Just different shapes, which suits different customers for different reasons.
Correct. Yeah. Just put a mushroom or two on there.
Yep.
And then some shallots. Don't think we mentioned either that it's ambient stable.
Oh, that is a perfect point. Which we'll get on to the next question, because I think it'll link really well. So, how do you feel, or what do you think, Virtue, how does it enter into the markets of our customers, for instance?
So the big point of difference is that it's ambient, stable and packed.
Yes.
And then that's not because it's full of preservatives. It's actually a very natural blend, but it's modified atmosphere packaging, which gives it a 3-month shelf life ambient from the day of manufacture.
Which is really important because other places where I've seen this style of product before, it comes in a frozen form. And there is still some, I wouldn't say skill, but there's still some knowledge needed on how to bring it to life. What I really like about this particular thing again is the fact that you can keep it on the shelf for 3 months. You're not having any wastage at all. Essentially, you shouldn't have any wastage at all. And it still has that premium feel without any of the preservatives, like you said. It feels really natural.
Basil for this. The other very significant point, which I hadn't appreciated before, but typically frozen pizza bases are very susceptible to damage in transit. And so we've had customers coming across to ours, not only for the high quality aspect, but also the fact that because it's ambient, it's a lot more robust. So there's zero wastage, there's no breakage, etc., etc. So it's another quite significant point. You're trying to make stuff easy. That's one of our values as Virtue, is make it easy. And so that's everything we do tries to play into
one
that.
of the primes.
Make it easy without compromising quality.
And I think, there is solutions with frozen products out there.
Yeah.
But like you said, I've had it before where, you know, you might get a box of something and it might be freezer burned, or like you said, damage in transit. Because this is quite a light product, once it's frozen, it is very fragile because it's meant to be crispy on the outside, which people don't seem to know as well.
Cool, let's go in.
Straight in, Bianco. I think with some of our customer base, some of the SOPs that you've got is, like you hit the nail on the head, is people are looking to de-skill all the time. Staffing is really difficult.
Yep.
But actually, having something that you can just pull off the shelf, wastage is a concern at the minute. The ability to use a product at high quality, low skills is a concern at the minute.
Wastage is a massive thing, actually. Not just wastage of product, but also wastage of time.
Yeah.
Because manpower skill is an absolute premium right now.
Yeah.
With all the wage rises, etc., etc. And we've had guys kind of talk themselves into this because not only making their own dough, but the time it takes to stretch the dough, the time, etc., etc. And they're always going to have waste dough. You're using raw dough, you will always have waste. Because you can never perfectly guarantee how many you're going to sell. With this, it takes out all the waste of time, but also the waste of product as well. So massive benefits all around there. Yeah,
and I think when you're considering a product like this, what you've got to consider is all them factors that you've just said when making a decision, because you can really reduce the amount of labour costs that you have involved. Like you said, time wastage is probably one of the most premium things for any hospitality restaurant.
It's also the hardest thing to measure.
Well,
very hard to
exactly.
measure,
well,
time.
In this, you can take that away, can't you?
100%.
Does it need any finishing first?
Yeah, we'll pop a little bit of rocket on there.
Right, I'll finish it on there. I'll finish it on here first, and then I'll move it over.
Beautiful. Greener up.
So, what kind of new things or new little trends are you working on at the minute?
So, in terms of trends, we're trying to do more with the same. If that makes sense.
Yep. That makes
Rather than bringing out more products, what else can we do with these products?
Versatility.
Versatility is the word we're looking for. So, I think we'll knock up now is a folded version.
Okay.
Because these half-size pinsas work perfectly for that.
The sandwiches.
Sandwich version. We'll top these upside down.
Yep.
That makes sense, because then when you fold them over, you've got the
nice side.
Nice side up. So
the bubbly side.
Exactly.
So you're just gonna lightly top this upside down.
Correct.
So a bit of tomato, small bit of cheese.
Yep.
Low moisture or high moisture, does it matter?
We'll use low moisture. Yeah, low moisture. When it's high moisture and you're cooking on the top, it evaporates off, that's fine. But in here, it will tend to get a bit soggy, so we'll use low moisture.
So you're basically making an upside down margarita here.
We're making an upside down margarita.
And then we're going to finish it when it comes out.
We're going to finish it, yeah. Cool. Correct. So from a cafe, coffee shop, deli type thing.
Farm shop.
Farm shops. You could have these on your deli counter, ready to go, and in a very few minutes you could be serving that along with your drink, beverage, or whatever. And you've got we get coffee shops, that type of thing, asking us all the time because they want a hot food solution that's not just a toasty. I think people are looking for a little bit more than that.
They want meal deal, but fancy.
Yeah, fancy. They don't just want a cold sandwich, they want something fast. Well, these bases will cook in pretty much any oven. Merry Chefs, Rushnell's, but also the Merry Chef and high speed type ovens that those smaller places tend to have. Or get yourself a little countertop pizza oven. It's a no-brainer. Very hard to get it wrong with those things.
No.
So they're very versatile, which is cool.
So sandwiches is the next thing. I think I seen this obviously at the farm shop show, and I think folded pizza sandwiches is a real good trend to be on at the minute. But this again, when we talk about simplicity of the product and back to your values and what you're talking about, it actually is really, really easy because it's literally top it upside down, fold it and finish it. So we're just going to cook this just for a little bit under for the dough to start becoming flexible. You tell me when, boss.
So when it's raw, it's very delicate. once you've given it a minute or so, what we had in there, a minute?
Yeah, a minute so.
Yeah, let's give that a try now. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. So you're looking for it just to be able to be manipulated without breaking that.
Yeah, precisely that.
So adding a bit more cheese.
A little bit more cheese, just because we
Why
do.
not?
And then very simply, we fold it over. Pop that back in.
So key to show here is that it's not broken across this line.
Yeah.
It's just folded.
Very, very flexible.
Yeah.
Pop that little baby back in.
And toast her up. So like if you're doing this with the smalls, you wouldn't need something big, even some of the small pizza ovens we do.
Yeah.
Like you could do a few at the same time, couldn't you?
Correct.
Obviously we're working in the beast today.
Yeah.
The big boy.
Somewhat of an overkill.
I could probably do about 25 in here.
Yeah.
Maybe even more. But it just shows you how versatile the product is, especially with the smalls, which is again, ambient product,
Yeah.
small solution, great for cafes, bars, things like that. Wanted extra.
You could do exactly the same thing with the bigger ones.
Yeah, yeah.
It'd just be a sharing.
Be a foot long.
Sharing is caring.
I would not share that. Not if I'm topping it as well. I'd have all the premium stuff in it as well.
So we just want to get a little bit more char on there.
Yep.
Well, I was going to put some fresh mozzarella in there as well, so we're going to have a triple cheese effect.
Triple cheese. So again, we're just looking for the finish to be charred. Yeah.
See how crisp that is?
Yeah.
Beautiful and crisp.
Beautiful.
The inside is just so soft. So what we're going to do now is grab some.
So we're going to finish it off with some nice things.
Nice things.
Rocket, mortadella,
and
a bit of fresh mozzarella.
We haven't got enough cheese in there already.
That's the one thing I always still get criticised at. Like, even though people see the pizzas and the product after, it's like there's never enough cheese. Never enough cheese.
Less is more. Kyle, just tell them that.
Yeah, well, I'll try. Doesn't help when I'm piling up with other things.
So there we go.
One nice,
lovely little
beautiful
Italian deli
and
pizza fold.
Like, looking at that, you would think that's like a really premium product. It is a premium product.
Yeah.
But with like thought and effort gone into it.
Yeah.
But actually, it's really simple.
Actually, how quick was simple was that?
Oh, super simple. Stuff to the hills as well, just the way we like it. So we're going to do another versatile item here, something else that we can have a look at. But whilst we do that, what does the future hold for Virtue Pizza?
So our mission is making the artisan pizza experience as simple and as effortless as possible for professional chefs.
Yep.
And so wherever that takes us, we'll go in that sense.
Yep.
The whole Virtue journey has been very much listening to what people are saying.
Yep.
That's why we moved on to hard cooked bases, whereas we originally were just doing frozen dough balls.
Yep.
And so, yeah, I can see more of this type of innovation coming, maybe moving away from solely the pizza related.
Yep.
There's all sorts of bread carrier options that we potentially could go down, but at the minute, focusing on sourdough, that won't change because of our whole story and where we come from.
Yeah.
And then the making life easy for people. I think that's what I love about it, because you go behind the scenes in these professional restaurants.
Yeah.
And it's hard work.
Yeah, very.
Very, very hard work.
That's why I don't want to be in a shop or anything.
So I love helping people overcome challenges. I suppose that's kind of where I am in my heart of hearts, if you like, whatever that might be.
Yeah.
In this life, it's pizza.
Yeah.
So wherever we can make life easier, but without compromising quality, because I'm a massive foodie myself.
Yeah.
I hate eating rubbish pizza.
Yeah.
We won't do it if it's not right.
Yeah, yeah. And that's the one thing that I think is really, really great about the product. You can tell you've taken the time to de-skill something, but without compromising on the end result. Yeah. And I think it's great to hear that whatever you're going to go forward with, and when you're trying to make overcoming obstacles, as you said, is you're going to do it with the quality aspects still attached.
100%. Working with Italians, yeah, it can be hard work, because rightly so, they're very proud of their heritage,
Passionate
in this space. But I think what we've perhaps helped them understand is that you can't approach the UK market in the same way. So the Italians in the UK, okay, that's one thing, but we're not really selling to them. We're selling to the people that aren't Italians, that don't have that heritage, that want to make something amazing.
They want Italian products, but they want to.
And we're gonna make it possible for them.
The UK way.
Let's do a bit of your cream cheese.
So it's working with Italians is great because they're so innovative and they're on the cusp. They're passionate at what they do.
Oh yeah, I love them. Yeah.
Challenges are always bringing it to, I would call it like, I say Western market, but like UK,
well, the UK market.
Australia, the US, they have similar mindset in terms of how they work, which is totally different to what I would call a European mindset.
But the UK particularly is absolutely brilliant at completely ruining things, isn't it? Kind of making hybrids. Well, not ruining, but hybrids and
like quick and easy everywhere. Everywhere is quick and easy.
Yeah.
You know,
and this kind of plays to that, but without the rubbish, rubbishness as well.
Yeah.
So we're elevating cuisine in the UK as well, Carl.
Yeah, we are. Well, you are. I'm here to help showcase elevating cuisine.
We got some dill, didn't we?
Yeah, some bit dill. That's a bit chive.
Thank you. You can see me searching for one of those, can you?
Yeah. Oh, what's that now? Order up, chef.
Are we good?
That.
Yeah, you give it a bit longer.
See
if we can get it nice and crisp.
Would you say that, side note, because this is something that I speak to about all my customers with, whether it's B2B or B2C, do you have any like chef background or anything like that? No. Because I often get called a chef and I'm not that. I would never describe myself as that.
Yeah. No, I'm no chef. I have no chef training. When I started Virtue, I was in the construction industry.
There you go. Totally different.
So completely different. But I think I think people appreciate that. The kind of markets that we are offering value to aren't necessarily high-flying chefs themselves anyway.
No. But I think it's sometimes to showcase your products, sometimes some of our products as well.
Yeah.
I think what's really, really important is to say, like, obviously you don't have any chef training, and look at what we're producing here, just here. I don't have any chef training. I've done a lot of internal training to get where I'm at, but I wouldn't say I'm chefy by any standards. But like with this product in specific, we're talking specifically, it's what you can produce with that such low training. Because some people might watch a video and still think, well, you know, they might have been a chef previously or done this or done that, worked in a kitchen. Whereas I've worked in a kitchen when I was 16 as a porter. You was working in construction before you started with Virtue Pizza. So it's good for people to see that and understand as well, such a deal aspect. So
good stuff.
This last one.
Yep.
I'm going to top it in anything.
We're going to portion this up a bit like a canapé.
Okay.
We might get 6 out of this.
So again, something for like, I think this product's really good for this.
So if you take a look at the
inside.
Very
nice. What I think this product's amazing for is events, is another place where staff might be on agency or come in only just for events. Weddings is really good. Canapes, showing off the canapes here is a really good solution in terms of actually, again, low wastage. We talk about that, low wastage, etc., etc.
Yeah.
But actually high output again for something that is going to cost them overall as a business peanuts, I would imagine.
Yeah. Let's rocket it first.
Yeah. Make it a bed.
That's it. You say we aren't chefs, can't we?
You know what I mean? We're working the pass right now. I'm waiting for the call, Gareth. I'm waiting for the call.
We deal with a lot of wedding and events caterers.
Yeah.
And they love this idea when they want something a little bit more elevated. So not just your average pepperoni and margarita pizza.
Yeah.
But if they can actually serve something like this as an upsell on for their events.
And again, like
they're loving that.
Like I speak to this all the time. You know, I've spoke to this type of pizza before. This is canapé, obviously. But actually, what you're putting on it here, you can spend a little bit more on the toppings, but actually you're using peanuts. So that's
pesto.
That's garlic pesto. I was thinking maybe drizzle a bit of balsamic.
Yeah.
Do that. And actually, that looks like really elevated for something that cost very, very, very little. Probably one slice of prosciutto, probably less than half, a quarter of a ball of mozzarella, a tiny bit of rocket.
Yeah. That just looks so elevated.
And again, you can do this with the salmon, one that we've just done.
Oh yeah.
That'd be really good. But anything like that as well.
The other end of the scale, we've had like barbecue restaurants, high-end kebab joints wanting a really good flatbread.
Yeah.
Well, you can use these things for anything like that.
Yeah.
Just don't tell the Italians.
No, because they don't like that. To be honest, we've got products where it suits that kind of market as well.
Yeah.
It's not made for that, but it's solution for people. So this is the last shape we do, or
Correct.
you do, should I say? This is the round. So if you're looking for more of a traditional pizza look solution, you don't only just have what I think is the elegant solutions. You also have more of a traditional round. Again, it's the same base.
Yeah.
Right? Just
so it's a classic Romana, 12-inch Romana style pizza. Yeah.
So it's 12 inches. These come in packs of
3s within a case.
Yeah.
So
and
15 in a box.
15 in a box.
Yeah.
So again, if you want more of a look like this, you can do. We're going to do some quick fire questions. It's like quick fire, so answer and go. There's nothing on there that is like super controversial. Yeah.
Good.
So I'm going to cook one. Hopefully,
not even the pineapple one.
Nah, it's controversial, but
it is. I know,
it's controversial, but nothing else. No, I don't. I'm not bothered by it. It's like the sweet pizza. It is what it is. Right. So I'm going to make one. I'm going to ask some questions. I'm going to try and ask some questions anyway because this all will go wrong. So quick fire. Let's go. So favorite pizza topping.
Favorite pizza topping.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with that chorizo crumb that we used earlier. That particular one is from Pepperoni.
Yeah.
It's so versatile. So you can create, like a meat feast if you really want to.
Yeah.
Then what we've done there is elevate something that's essentially a vegetable-based pizza with a real salty, smoky hit. Yeah, absolutely love it. There's lovely crunch as well.
The most probably controversial topic. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
It's a no for me.
Yeah. Any reason why?
I just don't really think it. I think it oversweetens it.
You're not for sweet pizza though, are you?
I like sweet pizza, but when you go sweet, you go properly sweet.
You just not
when you've gone savoury, too sweet with savoury is kind of that just doesn't do it.
It's not for you.
Nah, never ever. What about you?
I'm not a fan of pepperoni, pineapple on pizza, and that's not because I think it's a bad thing. I'm not in that mindset of like where Italians are like no. I just don't like sweet and savoury. A bit similar to you probably. It's not my thing. But each their own is what it is. What is your favourite? This is like a loaded question. What is your favourite style pizza?
Well, I think we'd have to say it's the Romana style.
You think? Just a bit. I hope it is. If it wasn't, I'd be a bit worried. You might be working on something I don't know.
No, don't get me wrong. I mean, we can create Neapolitan sourdough with our dough balls.
Yeah.
We do it all the time at home. That's great too.
Yeah.
But in terms of something that's classier, a bit different, everyone's seen Neapolitan now. The Romana is it's even lighter to eat.
Yeah. What do you think?
And it holds better as well.
Yeah, you know what? Pizza's so opinionated, and I'm going off topic a little bit. So pizza's so opinionated.
Just breaking rule number 1 is not to overload a pizza.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I'm not too overloaded here. There's less cheese, as you can see. There's not that much cheese.
Yeah, that's good.
What I would say is pizza is so opinionated in specific styles and how it's made.
Yeah.
I just think it's eat what you want and what you like, and I think if you make it well, you make it well. For me, I don't like a wet pizza, so Neapolitan is not my thing. This would be closer to my thing, but for me, I like thin crispy. Anything that's thin and crispy, it doesn't matter whether it's New York, New Haven, whatever you want to call it, Romana, I just like crispy.
The sourdough element is good for me too, not just from the health point of view, but from a flavour profile. I just love the extra punch.
Yeah, and what I would say is with Pinsa specifically, if no one's ever tried Pinsa before, the flour has a distinct flavour. It tastes almost a little bit sweet, is what I would describe it as. It's not quite super sweet, but with the soy and the rice flour, it has a different taste profile, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, absolutely. So one piece of advice for someone just starting the pizza journey. You'd be pretty good at answering.
Just starting the pizza journey, come to us.
Exactly. I was going to say.
Because you can create that without any issues whatsoever. No, on a serious note, I would say keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Keep the menu down to maybe 3 with a monthly special, something like that. But elevate everything with something a bit different. Then you can charge more for it.
We kind of preach that. Don't reach for the stars. Don't try and following trends is good, but also don't have 10 pizzas on your menu because you've seen the 10 best things on, and make things what go across the rest of your restaurant. So if you only do pizza, that's fine. But like what we've spoke about in the whole day is with this particular thing, you could do a sandwich offering at lunchtime, a pizza offering in the evening, but make sure them ingredients go across both things so that you've got no wastage, etc., etc.
The other thing I would say is don't compromise on your dough. You might say you're going to say that, but I'm not saying this is the only solution. But the basis of any great pizza is really great dough. The challenge of that is great dough takes a long time.
Yeah, it is.
People don't necessarily have the time. They don't necessarily have the skill set for that. So that's where this
fits into that.
Removes all of that unknown and gives them certainty and consistency and elevation at the same time.
Yeah, and I would agree with that. Don't compromise on the dough product. The dough is as important as the rest of your pizza kitchen. Doesn't matter what element it is. To learn it takes time. It's not something that can be just taught overnight. Yeah, you can go to classes and you'll learn a lot of information, but it's not always business applicable. And that's the main thing, is we talk about business application. That's why we have so many sponsors in the kitchen and work with people like Virtue Pizza, is because we want to offer solutions for different people, for different businesses. So that was 2 minutes 30. I've not even had to look at this. And I know it's right. I'm going to go on next. I probably overloaded it a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh, it's not too bad.
That's okay.
We're going to finish this with a drizzle of my favourite finishing.
Favourite.
Yeah.
Scotch bonnet?
Yeah, we'll go with that. OG. And just finish.
So although we don't like sweet things on pizza, chili honey is a whole...
For me, it's so contradictory of myself. What I like, weird. Pepperoni, you'll know. What I love about it, it has such a smoky and distinct flavour. And I'm not just saying that because they're a brand partner and you're here, whatever. But what goes really good with that is a sweet, but it has a tinge of heat, not a lot. And I think they just work so well. You know, I've tried it with the candied jalapenos. Again, they're really good. But anything like that, it kind of works. And I think chili honey has been a big phase. If you wanted Induja is same principle. Just in Induja, the problem with that is you can overload that, and it's a bit rich.
It's very almost earthy, as well as being hot and as well as being everything else.
I think that sings on its own rather than that. So
if you didn't want to put that on, even just shallots or red onion or something on the pizza, that gives it that little bit of sweetness.
The last question Who do you think we should have on the next episode of Talking with Our Grandparents?
Well, have you done Properoni on it?
No.
So we mentioned Properoni a lot.
Yeah.
I think that'd be well worth it. They're a great company, really elevating charcuterie on pizza in the UK.
Perfect. And again, another great brand with something a little bit different about them.
Exactly.
Cool. Where can we find you on socials?
Find us on socials, Instagram, at Virtue Pizza.
Yeah.
Online, virtue.pizza.
Yeah.
You'll find us there, and LinkedIn.
Also, where can we find the products?
Anyone can buy direct online from us.
Yep, so on the website,
virtue.pizza, and we're building a network of specialist wholesalers around the country too.
And do you have wholesales in specific areas? We just need to get in touch with you.
Correct.
Yeah, that's fine. Cool. I've been that pizza guy, Kyle. This has been Gareth from Virtue Pizza. Catch you on the next one.
Bye.
Ciao.